Let's talk about how the engine performs, because I believe this is the most interesting aspect about this car, because this is the very first time that Mazda has turbocharged their Skyactiv engine. So if you think that Skyactiv is only just a marketing term, like most other companies, they coin a name to their engine, I have to tell you it's very, very different. What Mazda did with the Skyactiv, I mean, they call it Skyactiv so that normal people can connect to, right? They couldn't just call it an auto Atkinson cycle engine, which everyone would be like, whoa, what the hell, right? So Skyactiv, even though it's not just about the engine, it's about a cohesive philosophy, right? Redesigning everything, making them lighter, making them perform better, and just look at every single thing that you could have improved from an internal combustion engine. Why? Every single car outside, the basic principles of how the engine works comes from the Otto cycle engine. Otto is the name of this guy called Nikolaus Otto, and he is actually, well, basically the company he founded, alright, from the principles of how he designed how the engine works, became BMW. Alright, so every single engine you see there owes its design or how it works from BMW. Okay, and to give you a little bit of trivia, he has 2 employees back then in his company. Okay, and these 2 people, after learning from him, they started their own company. One of them is Wilhelm Maybach, and one of him is Gottlieb Daimler. So these 2 guys founded the company called Daimler Motorengesellschaft, which became Mercedes-Benz. Alright, let's put that aside. I always sidetrack, okay? So throughout the evolution of car engines, there are many types of different types of engine, trying to improve it. Why? Because the internal combustion engine, the design from Otto, Nikolaus Otto, has a thermodynamics efficiency of, I don't know, 30%. So basically you burn this amount of energy, but only 30% is used to propel you. So very high wastage. And throughout the years, people has been trying to redesign, to improve the reliability. Sometimes they design something well. Say for example, the Miller cycle engine from an American, right? He designed the Miller cycle engine. So that engine actually uses, it's very fuel efficient, but it doesn't produce a lot of power. So that kind of engine, people came up with that. And of course, Mazda is a company that has a long history of trying. I think they are the most adventurous when it comes to trying engine technology. No other car companies are like that. They are the only company that really puts in a lot of effort on rotary engines. And then they are the only company that become the first car maker to make a Miller cycle engine. Alright? And then in the production car. And then now the Skyactiv is actually, by design philosophy, an Otto Atkinson cycle. Atkinson is another design of car engines which actually uses, again, almost the same principle as a Miller cycle, where the compression stroke is shorter than the expansion stroke. Alright, almost all hybrids use that. Why? Because the Atkinson cycle will not have enough power on high rev range. Okay, so Atkinson cycle has very little power on low rev range. So Atkinson cycle is perfect for hybrid cars, because when you're going really slow, really low revs, that time you can be assisted with the electric motor. So the electric motor will help the car produce enough power to actually move. Alright, that will be the Atkinson cycle. So what Mazda did with the Skyactiv is that it is an engine that switches between Otto and Atkinson. And there's a mosquito in the car, and this is the worst thing to happen, right? When you have a mosquito in the car. Anyway, so this is the first time that Mazda turbocharged the Skyactiv engine, and they have some really clever technology in it to reduce turbo lag. I wouldn't say it's completely reduced, but what they have achieved is actually, you know, even though turbo will produce power early when you have enough exhaust gas, right? It will produce more when you have more exhaust gas. That is just basic physics. When you have more exhaust gas traveling through the turbines, you will pull that shaft that compresses more air and pumps in more oxygen into your engine, and it burns, you know, stronger, more powerful and all that. What Mazda did is, by right, it should have received this amount of exhaust gas at low ref range. What Mazda did is, it makes the car receive a lot more in terms of velocity of the exhaust gas. How they did it, it's just like a garden hose. You know, when you open the water and then the water will come out like that. Of course, you turn more and then it will go more, right? But when you turn a little bit, the water goes like that. What do you do to shoot further, stronger? You compress the pipe. You just press it, and then the stream will be compressed, and then it will come out stronger, right? That's what Mazda did with the SkyActiv Turbo engine. All right. So this car, there is a little bit of lag at the initial part, but when it starts doing that, because it actually reads your throttle input, it doesn't do that all the time, because not every time you want some boost, right? So when you are light on the throttle, right, it's alright, it's fine, it moves. But when you do a kick down, that thing happens and power just pumps up really fast. Okay, it comes up so fast that what happens with this car, you know, this car is fully imported from Australia. So it won't be a good benchmark to look at what we are gonna get in Malaysia, because what we heard is that ours will be full spec. This is not a full spec. Alright, this is front wheel drive without pedal shifters and with that really powerful 2.5 liter SkyActiv Turbo engine. So what happens is, when you put such a powerful engine on a front wheel drive car, and you get torque steer, okay, and you get a lot of wheel spin on the front wheels. Of course, I checked the tires. I mean, this is the Australian spec. They come with rather basic tires, the Falcon ZX, which are really bad tires. The Falcon ZX has, you know, the poor sidewall and low grip and all that. So I hope we don't get that tire. Alright, so we got the mechanicals out, right? This car is front wheel drive. This one that I'm testing, I don't think the one that we're getting will be front wheel drive, but I'm not sure. I hope it is all wheel drive, because this car is very powerful. 400 Newton meters of torque, 250 horsepower, which might not sound a lot. You know, Audi pressed the 2.5 5-cylinder engine to 400 horsepower, right? But of course, when you force charge your engine a lot, you will, of course, it won't be as I got you. It won't be as how do I put this? There are engines that are less stressed, and there are engines that are highly stressed. Alright, so let's look at the car. I think this is a premium car, okay? With this car, I can safely say this: Mazda is now a premium car, but they don't charge premium car prices, because this is in every way comparable to a Lexus or an Infiniti. Okay, I mean, the way they design the car, the way the materials are used. Any Lexus owner will be familiar with this material. It's actually plastic, but it's painted to look like metal, and it looks good. Lexus owners won't be familiar with this material, because this is the super high quality satin chrome material that is used predominantly in a lot of Porsches, in a lot of, you know, European premium cars. It's actually plastic, but it feels like metal. If you blow air conditioning on it, it will feel cold. Solid door handles. Alright, the whole cabin is very, very high quality. These are soft touch. These are very high quality plastics. And the leather stitch here, can you see it? The handle, I really love this handle. I can slot my hands in, and this is soft to the touch. It's very nice. The whole cabin is just very, very high quality. Okay, this is soft touch as well. This is high quality plastics, and it just feels good. Alright, the glove box, you know, is lined with that material, you know, that sound deadening material. Bose sound system. Mazda has been using Bose for quite a long time, and the whole design theme is just excellent. It gels. You look at this part, the piano black glossy bit that doesn't attract fingerprints. But of course, when it's glossy plastic, you will have static. When you have static, you will have dust. Alright, but it's alright. The whole cabin looks really good. That sort of gels back to this design. You see that? There's a very coherent design theme. I really like how the cabin looks. And then I will say, amongst mass market brands, Mazda has the best infotainment system now. It's very basic, it's very simple, it's easy to use, it's just fantastic. I mean, just you can touch it's touchscreen as well. Look at that. And then it works very much like BMW. In fact, I noticed a lot of things, right? I wouldn't say copy, but I know a few Mazda engineers are fans of BMWs. So even these buttons, when you press them, they feel exactly the same as BMW buttons. I'm serious. And then this knob here is super high quality. And then this one as well, dedicated aircon controls, which is really, really good. We appreciate that. Don't put everything inside the infotainment screen. Alright, and the steering looks excellent. And this bit is a bit cool because whether you can see it? Yep. Most cars, right, they put their own branding, like SkyActiv, or Golf puts the GTI or RS or whatever, so that it looks cool, right? M, or it looks like RS or AMG. Mazda decided to put SRS airbags, so it will be like SRS airbags. I don't know why, but it looks cool. Alright, it looks super cool. So this is the cabin, and the whole interior just reeks of premium car quality. It's like any premium cars. Alright, of course recently Mercedes has a very excellent form in terms of how they design the interior. It just looks one class above everybody else. But in terms of fit and finish, this one I would say is comparable to Lexus Infiniti. It is not quite up to Audi standards yet, but it looks really good. It looks better than any Q7 interior and all that. Let's have a look at the back. Alright, here you have a digital panel that controls the air conditioning. Alright, it's normal. I mean, I would say for high quality cars, for premium cars, you get to control the temperature, the volume of air. What is interesting is this. I rarely see that in rear aircon vents. When I press this is interesting. Look at that, right? For the feet, right? What is amazing is this. There is an aircon vent down here. Where can I find it? There is look at this. I'm sure you can't see it. There's an aircon vent here. Air actually comes up from there, cold air. That's cool, huh? But then that makes me wonder as well, because the aircon actually routes through here and even routes through there. But why don't they just route all the way to the third row, or the ceiling and all that? I'll just switch off the car. I'll give you a quick walk around on the car. Alright, so this is a super good looking car. Okay, that's my usual spot that I do my videos, but then they block it off now. Alright, so here you go. This is how the car looks. See, from the side, it is super high quality. The design is just like a premium car, right? And I think it looks better than the Lexus RX, or this car is handsome, very, very handsome. Look at the rims. These are high quality paints, and this paint is, you can't see it from video, but it's a very expensive paint. It's a very expensive paint job that Mazda did for this car. Some space gray or something, which looks really good. So again, this is the low spec, so this one doesn't come with daytime running lights, right? But the car just looks brilliant. The chrome lines and all. Look at the front. Alright, looks really, really good. So these are the lousy tires I mentioned, Falcon ZX, and it's nice. If I show you let's see if I can do it. This is front wheel drive, so there are no drivetrains. Oh, the gimbal is going crazy. Alright, so yep, that's the exterior. You have keyless entry, and there are memory seats. There are a lot of safety features in this car, auto start stop, auto braking and all that. So you even get heads up display. Can you see it? I'm not sure if you could see it, but there's heads up display here. I can't see whether the camera can pick it up. Either way. And look at the speedo. It might look simple, right? This last part is just like Porsche. It's LCD. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay? And I like some of the compartments a lot. Check this out. I like this deep rubberized compartment. Can you see it? Yep, this one. Just drop your stuffs in. Alright? And it's lovely. Very usable. And this part looks just like a BMW. And you can even run your cables over it. USB ports, 2 USB ports and a SD card. It's lovely. It's a very, very nice cabin. This is just with a sunroof for the front passengers. I hope there's an option for panoramic, because this car with panoramic will be perfect. Alright, so yeah, I think that's it. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic car. I think Mazda is, you know, a premium car now. They make cars with such a high quality interior, beautiful interior, and they design their exterior without holding back. You know, all their cars are premium designs. So I think I would take a Mazda 6 and compare it to an Infiniti Q50, you know, or a Lexus, because it looks that way, it is built that way, and it's just brilliant. Mazda, all of a sudden, you know, back in like 2008 or 2009, right, Mazda has like one of the most plasticky car interiors of all car makes, you know, and in one clean sweep they became like this. All of a sudden, I mean, Mazda is just, I can't believe they work so hard on this, right? And they command so much respect now. People accept that Mazdas are more expensive because they are more high-tech. They use better materials throughout the cabin, and their cars just look great. I think if they continue on this form, right, Mazda will be on a run. I love what they are doing now. I really love what they're doing now. Of course, I spot some of the little bits that still shows that not so fast, not yet, right? Some of the bits, but it's alright. It's just alright. And in terms of the ride, it's not a high-tech suspension system. It's not like the Q7 or not whatever Audi did with the MLB platform, right? All the cars ride so well. It is still a little bit crashy, but it's acceptable. I think the body control is alright. The composure is okay. So this is a premium car, man. This is a premium car. And look at this part. I especially like this part. You know, most cars, they have a single tier door card, right? And this one, right, I'm actually putting my arm here on this, and then this one, they didn't put it on the same thing. They put it below, and then it's so that this thing won't block in the way of my palms, and it actually comes up to here. And if you notice that, this is like a sweep, like a dashboard that runs across, right? And even when I open the doors, it will be very obvious. Look at this part. Whoa, it just comes into here, and it looks good. It looks brilliant. Very clever. And as for where my knees are, this is leather all the way. Damn, this is just high quality. High quality stuff here. Look at that. Mazda, you know, if I cover the badge, you would have thought this is a Lexus. Thoughts. Let's go to the back. Okay, let me first adjust the seats because it wasn't well adjusted earlier on. There you go. Let me drop these. And these are the blinds. Now all premium car needs that, right? Oops, sorry, let me adjust it. That's a bit. This is Bobby, and I'm having a lot of leg room and headroom. It's decent, it's nice. It's more than decent actually. Funny, the seats are a bit like, makes me do this. The lumbar part is a bit, maybe I'm fat. It's my tummy. So it's not my tummy, but it's the lumbar, alright? Same goes, the rear seats are very nice.
The rear compartment, I feel a bit warm here. So you have a full, you know, some are just buttons, but this one is just, see, it's so nice, it's decent. You don't need anything super fancy, and it's nice. I can even adjust the temperature, not just the volume of air. Okay, I saw this. I don't know how it's gonna blow air from beneath, but it will be cool if it does. Of course, it would be great if the air is routed here and comes out from the B pillar, but never mind. This feels proper. Right? Look at the door bins. Yay! Bobby wins. Why? Even if it's a short door, it's full length. Bottles here and all that. Yeah, I'm an advocate of full length door bins. That's the third row, and I don't think adults will be super comfortable at the back, but that's how these cars work. It's for kids or for petite ladies, small size ladies, and they can sit well behind. And it's not for people like me, you know, 5'11", and I'm a big fat gorilla, so it's not for people like me. Now let me see, how do I drop these seats? Oh, and then nice. So that's how you drop it. You pull that, and then you give it a little bit of push, and it's down. And this one is nice. Okay, this is like a rubberized material, but it's stick on to the seat like Velcro, so it protects the back seat. I kind of find that it's rather tall, and I wonder what's underneath. Can it be a spare wheel? No. There's no spare wheel, but from here to here, it's really high up. Why am I so stupid? Of course, the spare wheel is accessed from inside, right? Okay, that looks like a... No, that's not a full-size spare wheel, but it's a huge spare wheel nonetheless. There are some compartments there. There are no tonneau covers. Yeah, there are no tonneau covers. Maybe it's not in this car because I see this. Maybe you can take that out, and then that fits the tonneau cover. And there are cup holders here for the rear seat passengers. Alright, which is lovely. And is it a very large boot? Not exactly, but the opening is wide. It's just that from the ceiling to the floor, it's not very high up. Okay, but nonetheless, it's a very, very premium car. I'm in the third row of the new CX-9. This is the amount of course we have adjusted the middle row. So this is Keegan. He is my height, 5'11" as well.
Yep.
That is his knee room. Can see a knee room.
Can.
Still got, right?
Yeah.
Can you put your feet under the front seats?
Yes. There's a lot of space for your legs under the seats.
Then this is the amount of headroom he has.
Yeah, it's good.
Alright. Now this is mine. Is it dark? Okay, it's not dark. My knees are not touching the seat back yet. Of course, we adjusted this. Okay, if there's no one in the back seat, you can actually, you know, slide the whole second row to the back, and then I still have a little bit of headroom. Yeah, a little bit, but I can put my palm on top of my head. And I'm a full-size gorilla. I mean, 5'11", and I'm in the third row of the CX-9. There's a nice armrest here, which doubles as a cup holder or phones, you know. And what else do I have back here? Nothing. The thing is, this is not an MPV, so you won't be getting third row air vents, but there's a nice second row air vent, which is
the blower is quite strong actually.
Which is and it's digital, right? And you can adjust. The funny thing is the foot. You try the foot one. Got rasa?
Yeah, it comes out from the second row seats beneath. There's a mechanism beneath the second row seats.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, so it sits.
It's a blower beneath the second row seats.
Alright, it's official now. It really seats 7 adults, and it's fine. I'm fine back here. As you can see, I'm totally fine. Long journeys, I think yes. Even for long journeys, it won't be that bad. GoPro, look at me, GoPro. Oh my god, GoPro, what are you doing? GoPro. Okay. Hello, GoPro. What's up, GoPro? Here, bro. Fuck.
Why
Still looking at me. Okay. Yeah, GoPro.